Hi, I'm Zarafa Boram, and this is my channel. This channel has been specially designed in order to contribute videos with regard to the subject of commerce, scaling from the subjects of accounting, economics, business studies, to even more broader subjects like studying about TNCs, about management accounting, etc. Thereby, this channel caters the needs of students attending school up to the postgraduate level. Hope that you will enjoy my videos and hope my knowledge will be shared across the world, making the maximum use of it. So just for you to get some kind of an idea about the videos that I have uploaded thus far, considering my video list, these are some of my videos which I have uploaded over the past few years, and today actually I'm bringing forward much more requested video regarding the IGCSE O-level accounting past paper discussion, since we have just a couple of months heading with the June examinations of 2019. Hope you enjoy my videos, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel and post your comments if any. Considering question 12 of this paper, it says Sevkat Christakos has been in business for some years but has never maintained a full set of accounting records. However, the following information is available for the most recently completed financial year, which ended on 28th of February 2018. So they have given us the information which they have entered. However, this does not include the full set of accounting records, which means certain information would be missing. So they have given us the assets and liabilities at 1st of March 2017, that means the asset and liability balances at the beginning of the year. Question A asked us to calculate Sevkat's capital. Now, whenever you get a question like this where they state that a full set of accounting records is not maintained, that means it is a situation of incomplete records. So whenever you get a question of incomplete records to calculate the missing capital, always you have to use something called a statement of affairs. So what is the statement of affairs? It is basically lying on the basic accounting equation. So accordingly, what we got to do is we got to take all our assets. From that you got to subtract the liabilities, which will give us the capital. So if you take this question, the assets that we have in this will be the debtors, because they owe us, then the petty cash, because we have it with us, shop fittings, since we own it, and the stocks. Whereas the liabilities will be bank loan, since we got to pay it back to the bank, bank overdraft, once again we have to pay to the bank, creditors, since we owe them, and electricity outstanding, since we got to pay it someday. So thereby we have all our assets, then our liabilities. So the total of all our assets will be 25,000. Total of all our liabilities will be 15,000, resulting in the capital being 25 minus 15, which is 10,000. So this will give us 3 marks. The next part of the question says, his records also revealed that during the year ending 28 February 2018, credit customers had paid 45,000 by check. Cash takings bank totaled 53,200, and Sevkat had taken 21,000 from the till for his own use, and the amount owed by credit customers had increased by 50%. After giving all of this information, the question asks us to calculate the total sales for the year ended 28 February 2018. Now, whenever they ask to calculate the total sales includes both cash sales as well as credit sales. So we need to make use of the cash information plus the credit information. So the cash information we have to make use of here is 53,200, which is the cash takings or the cash sales that they have banked. Apart from that, we have to take the credit sales information. So considering the credit sales information, we have £2,000 worth debtors at the beginning of the year. Out of that 2,000 debtors, 45,000 worth credit customers have paid by check, and the amount owed by credit customers had increased by 50% by the end. So what actually has happened is the balance brought down of debtors is 2,000. Then during the year, credit sales took place, and this we do not know, so let's name it as S. Out of them, the amount that we have received is 45,000, and the balance carried down should be increased by 50% more than what they had before. So at the beginning of the year we had 2,000, so 2,000 increased by 50% in the sense it should be 2,000 into 150%. That will give us 3,000. So now we have to use this equation and solve and find how much is the credit sales. So if we put it properly, 2,000 plus S minus 45,000 should be equivalent to 3,000. Therefore, S should be equivalent to 3,000 plus 45,000 minus 2,000. So 3 plus 45, 48 minus 2 is 46,000. So the credit sales value should be 46,000. So in addition to that figure, we have got to take the total cash sales. So the total cash sales will be 53,200, and also they tell that Sevket had taken 21,000 from the till for his own use. So out of the total amount they have received, 21,000 also had been drawn by the owner for personal use. So for 46,000 we add 21,000 and 53,200. we get a total sales of 120,200 as indicated. So simply speaking, what we need to do is we have to calculate the credit sales first, then we have to take the total drawings that the owner took out of our sales, and we have to take the cash sales that went back. The total of all of this will give us the total sales. So this will give us 6 months. Putting part B to an end, the next question says, during the year ending 28 February 2018, Sevkit paid his suppliers for 2,700 by check and had received a cash discount of 2,300. The amount owed to credit suppliers on 28 February had decreased by 20% from the figure at 1st of March. Calculate the total purchases for the year. So once again, we have to work out and find the value of purchases. So first of all, we have to see how much is the opening balance of creditors, because they are the ones who come as a result of credit purchases. 3,200 worth creditors are there at the beginning of the year, and Sevkit has paid the suppliers 42,700 by check. So now we have a new working. The balance brought down is 3,200, plus we will have credit purchases which we need to calculate. Let's name it as P, and we pay them a certain amount, and as a result of that we get a balance carried down. So the amount paid is 42,700 with a cash discount of 2,300. So we have paid 42,700 minus discounts. So we got a discount of 2,300, and after all of that our closing balance has to decrease by 20% from the figure at the beginning of the year. That means our balance carried down should be 3,200 multiplied by 80%, because 20% reduction should take place. This means we get 2,560 as our closing balance. So putting it into the equation, 3,200 plus P minus 42,700 minus 2,300 should be equivalent to 2,560. Solving P, we will get 2,560 plus 42,700 plus 2,300 minus 3,200. So we get 2,560 44,360 as the credit purchases value. So this will be our purchases. The reason why this becomes our total purchases is because we do not have any cash purchases here. So therefore the credit purchases value will be the total purchases value. After gathering all of this information, Part D asks us to prepare an income statement. Considering Part D asks us to prepare an income statement for the year ended 28th Feb 2018. So in the previous questions, we calculated the value of sales, the value of purchases, and then they gave us additional information on certain expenses too. So always whenever you get a question like this, you go through the information from the beginning of the question. So they have given us the opening balances of all our assets and liabilities. So when it comes to the income statement, as you all know, the format of the income statement starts from revenue. So in general, if you take the income statement, you have the revenue minus, if there are any sales returns, then we get the net revenue. Then we have the cost of sales, the cost of sales comprise of the opening inventory, plus the purchases, less the purchase returns, and add any carriage inwards, and if there are any stock drawings, they also should be subtracted, and from all of these we subtract the closing inventory. This will give us the gross profit. After the gross profit, we have other income, which will normally be about only 2 or 3 for a question in maths, and from those we subtract the expenses. After subtracting the expenses, we get the net profit. So this is the end of the income statement format. Now let's fill in the information. Taking the information they've given, the first piece of information includes the opening balances. So from this, the bank loan doesn't matter to us, but the bank loan interest should be taken. So we have 8% bank loan, which means there is bank loan interest as an expense. So bank loan interest will be 5,000 multiplied by 8%. Which is £400. Bank overdraft is not an expense. Creditors doesn't matter. Debtors doesn't matter. Electricity is outstanding. So what we got to do is we have to add this value. So electricity is outstanding at the beginning of the year, which means it is not relevant for this year. So we remove it out of the amount paid for this year. So let's see what is the other information they've given about electricity to us. Here they have given us the fact that electricity paid by check was 1,650, and at the end of the year we don't have any electricity balances. Therefore we have no worries. From this 1,650 we can directly remove off the electricity which was outstanding previously, which was £300. So electricity from 1,650 we remove off 300, giving us 1,350 as the electricity bill, electricity expense for the year. Petty cash does not matter. Shop fittings, at the beginning of the year we have a valuation of 20,010. This matters to us because shop fittings depreciate, so we have to calculate the depreciation of shop fittings. To calculate the depreciation, we have to take the value at the end of the year minus the value at the beginning of the year. So at the beginning of the year it is 20,010. Now let's see how much is the value at the end of the year. At the end of the year, they have said Sevket decided not to depreciate his shop fittings, so therefore it will not be an issue to us since he has decided not to depreciate it. Considering the point of shop fittings, after that we have the stocks given at the beginning of the year, that is opening inventory. So our opening inventory is 2,500. And then they have given us information about the trade receivables, which does not matter for the income statement, but the total value of sales that we calculated before matters because we have to take the sales value. So previously the sales value that we calculated was 120,200. This should be entered as revenue. Since we do not have sales returns, we can directly put it as net revenue. Similarly, we calculated the purchases previously. We have to take that value also, 44,360. So now in this case, once again, we don't have any purchase returns, or we don't have any carriage inwards. These two values will be 0. And we don't have any stock drawings also. But with the purchases, we had discounts, which was discounts received, which is an income to the business. So we add it up under other income. Discounts received is going to be 2,300. In addition to that, we have the other information on the expenses given. Wages paid has been 15,000 and no other closing balances, so we take wages. 15,000. Electricity we took. Rent and rates. There is no adjustment given here. Rent and rates 4,000. Then they say closing stock was valued at 1,860. So we have missed one part of the format. We have missed the closing inventory here. So we record the closing inventory, which is 1,860 to be subtracted. Then they do not depreciate the shop fittings. And we have another adjustment relevant for electricity. They say payment of 400 for electricity used during the year was outstanding. So here we took 1,650, which was the total paid, minus the outstanding balance at the beginning of the year, since it's not relevant. But at the end of the year, there is an outstanding balance, which is to be paid, so it's relevant for the year, so we add it. Loan interest had not yet been paid, we already took it. So we entered all the information, now it's just a matter of doing the calculations. So now we got, this is the net revenue. These figures are going to be 0. So for simplicity purpose, I'm going to eliminate these rows. Then here the value we are going to get, the gross profit, is going to be, we got to first calculate the cost of sales. So here we'll get 2,500 plus 44,360 minus since we already put the minus sign there, I'm going to add it. So it's 45,000. Gross profit's going to be this minus the cost of sales. Okay. So let's put it up. So it's going to be 75,200 as the gross profit. Then we have the discounts received. And then we have the expenses. So all the expenses should be subtracted. So we take the sum of all of this. So this is the total expenses. The total discounts, the total income is going to be only the total of discounts. So the net profit is going to be the gross profit plus the total income minus the other income minus the expenses, giving us a net profit of 56,350. So that's how you prepare the income statement for this question. So it's going to give you 11 marks as shown here. So that brings up, so with that we come to the end of question number 12, and look forward for the next question discussed in the upcoming video, which is going to be question number 13 based on ratio analysis. So you can find more of such past paper discussions upcoming in this channel, and it's open for any comments. Therefore, do not forget to like and subscribe and share this information with all of your friends who will be sitting for the Edexcel IGCSE exam this June.